Hello there, my name's Claire and you're watching Stitch Hem Sew. Thank you so much for joining me today for another video. Now today's video is all about the sewing challenge, hashtag long sleeves 23. Now this is a great sewing challenge that has been run by the lovely Shannon from the Sewing Warehouse. I will link all her details below. And the idea behind the challenge, I think it's a really great one because everybody can kind of get involved because it's really very simple, is to sew something with long sleeves, which is amazing for this time of year when we're all thinking about our autumn winter makes, and of course that often will include long sleeves. So I think it is one that everybody in the sewing community can get involved with if they want to. The lovely Shannon has organised a whole vlogging tour, so if you're looking for inspiration, do check out the hashtag and see all the other vloggers on YouTube that will be posting through the month of October. And don't forget to obviously check out Shannon's lovely video that she kicked off at the start of the month with, that has got all the details in relation to all the wonderful sponsors and all the details in relation to the challenge itself. I apologise for my voice. I've had a stinking cold this week. I completely lost my voice earlier in the week and I'm still really quite croaky, so I apologise for that. So the idea, as I say, behind the challenge is to sew something with long sleeve. You post your make on on Instagram by the end of October using that hashtag long sleeves 23, tag in the Sewing Warehouse, which is the lovely Shannon, and you will be in the chance of winning a prize. Now I'm going to very quickly go into the prizes. There are some amazing prizes, so massive thanks to all those businesses that have got behind the challenge and supported. But the top prize is, the most impressive prize is an overlocker. Amazing! So definitely worth being in a chance to win that. But there's also some lovely prizes from companies such as Stash Hub and so much more. I think there's Bonella Fabrics. There are some others, excuse me if I haven't mentioned your company, but definitely worth checking it out. There is an element of in terms of the prize winners, I think the top 10 favourites will be picked, and then there will be like a voting, and whoever's got the most votes wins. But there's also an element of kind of a random draw, so everybody is in the chance of winning. But as I say, check out Shannon's at the Sewing Warehouse's video and she will give you all the details in relation to that. And don't forget to check out all the other vloggers that have been posting their YouTube videos before me, and all those that are yet to come as well. So what am I planning to make? Well, this couldn't have come at a better time for me. I have got loads of things that I'd like to sew up with long sleeves, and so I have put together 6 ideas. Now I'm not suggesting that I'm definitely going to sew all of these up this month, but I'd certainly like to give a good crack at it. So this does also form essentially my October plans as well. So yeah, great stuff. Now I've written a couple of notes down just so that I don't forget. So if I look down, that's what that's all about. Now the first item that I am looking to sew up is the assembly line high cuff top. Now I think I've spoken about this on my channel before. I was inspired to make it by the lovely whatever Katie Sews, and I met up with her during the summer holidays and she was wearing this fabulous top and I really wanted to make one. So I've got the pattern. The pattern itself is all cut out, and the fabric that I want to use is a viscose fabric. Now it is a woven top, but you put on use ribbing for the neckband, the cuffs and the bottom band, and it's got this lovely feature at the back where the ribbing comes up higher. Just a lovely design detail, and I just think it's a really kind of slightly different type of top, and I'm really looking forward to making it. I think it will be a really good transitional piece into that autumn winter period, and obviously if I need to put an extra layer on under the top, I can just put a vest on or something just to keep me a little bit warmer. But the fabric that I've picked up is this fabric. This is a very inexpensive viscose fabric I picked up from Pound Fabrics because I just wanted to try this pattern with something that wasn't too precious before I went ahead and made it again. And I picked up some black ribbing fabric. I haven't got that to show you because you all know what that looks like. So I think that will make a really lovely high cuff top, and I'm really looking forward to getting that one sewn up. So that is plan number 1. Plan number 2, I think, is to make the Made It Patterns Hug Hoodie. Now unfortunately this is a pattern company that is no longer trading, but I have made this pattern twice before. I tend to make it just as a crew neck. Actually the jumper that I've got on at the moment is that pattern. I just really like it. I think it elevates just a regular jumper with this crossover detail at the bottom. I'll pop in a couple of pictures of previous ones that I've made, but the fabric that I've got for that one is this apple fabric that I've picked up from by Graziella. They were doing a deal, it was like a flash sale, 50% off this fabric, and I think there was a navy and red colourway. Now if you watch my channel at all, you will know I love teal. I couldn't resist it. It's a fabric that I've been eyeing up for a while, and when it went to 50% off, I couldn't resist it. It's gorgeous. It's lovely quality. I love this selvage. I think it's super cute. So I'm going to have to find a way of using that for something else or something, because I think it looks fantastic. But it is a massive selvage. So that is a little bit annoying because it eats into your fabric. But hey ho, that's not what I'm here to talk about today. I think it's a really fun fabric and will make a really lovely top, lovely jumper. I will probably buy some ribbing to go with it to use for like the cuffs and the neckband and things. I could make it out the fabric, but I think I've only got 1.5 meters, so I probably will need to buy some ribbing. So I'll either pick up something that's very similar to this colour or a teal. I think that'd be really lovely. And yeah, that is plan number 2. Whistling through these or whizzing through these, in fact. Plan number 3 is for a Tilly and the Buttons Lyra dress. Now I've made this pattern twice before, one with long sleeves and one with short sleeves. Of course for this challenge it's long sleeves all the way. What I tend to do is I make the Lyra top, but I tend to put the Lotta skirt on the bottom, just because I'm not a massive fan on me of those extra kind of gathering details, etc. I feel it kind of adds a little bit of weight that I don't need. I tend to style a Lyra with a belt, and the fabric I've got for this one is this lovely cotton poplin fabric. Now this fabric, I have loved this design since it sort of first started appearing on Instagram and things. It's been out for a couple of years now. I've had this in my stash for about 6-7 months, something like that. There's also a different colourway that has got red flowers on that's really gorgeous, really kind of has kind of Christmassy vibes to it. Obviously this one has got these lovely yellow pops of colour. Now I'm off to the knitting and stitching show on Saturday, actually the day that this video comes out, tomorrow. So I'm going to add to my list of things to buy some buttons that I can use for that particular one. Don't know what colour I'll go for, something that will pick out those colours, so I'll make sure that I either take a swatch of it or try and get a really good photo that really picks out the colours properly. So that's plan number 3. Now I've got 3 more plans. 2 of them are for my children, so 1 more plan for me. Now when I went to the knitting and stitching show last year, the Estelle dress had just been launched, or actually I think it was almost pre-launch, and they were doing some bundle packs where you've got the pattern and some fabric. Now I still haven't sewn up. So that's my thought, is that I might use this month as my month to get that sewn up. Now the fabric that came with it, again, teal, is a teal lycra jersey fabric. Now I am slightly in two minds about using this. This is a obviously the Estelle dress is quite form-fitting, a plain fabric, does nothing to hide your lumps and bumps, so I may look for a different fabric to use for that dress at the knitting and stitching show. So this plan is a little bit of a waver of whether it's going to happen. I think that's why I haven't made it up so far. But I recently made the name pattern kilo wrap dress, which has, I guess, a similar aesthetic to it. Obviously it hasn't got the Estelle wrap, the Estelle dress doesn't have the same sort of great big sort of flying squirrelness to it, but it does have a kind of a slimmer line kind of look to it, and obviously the tie detail as well. So yeah, I'm a little bit on the fence about this particular plan. It does form part of my week 9, so I really would like to get it sewn up, but not completely sure whether this is going to be the definite fabric. But obviously it is teal and I do love it. Now as I say, the next two plans are for my two boys. Now I previously bought this fox fabric in a D-stash. Now I have made a little pair of shorts for my younger son because he saw the fabric and loved it, but actually the son it was actually earmarked for my older son, for a jumper for him. If I've got enough, I'll make a hoodie. I don't know whether I have got enough fabric. I need to pick up some ribbing fabric, again possibly from the knitting and stitching show. There is a list forming, and so I might pick out white. Just feels a little bit risky, doesn't it? So possibly I think I might go for grey. I had put white on my list, but actually remembering this grey is in there, I think that's probably a little bit of a better idea. So that's plan number 5. And I will probably just, I know I'm very boring, stick to my traditional, trusted, tried and true pattern that I make for the boys when I'm making a jumper, which is the Waves and Wild hot chocolate. So that's, as I say, plan number 5. Plan number 6 is for my younger son. Now, a month or so ago, he asked me to make him something from a bear fabric. He likes to have, I've spoken about this before, he's very particular about what he likes to wear, and he likes to have a particular theme for the day in terms of his clothing. It might be all red, it might be all blue, it might be Spider-Man, or some other superhero. He decided that he had lots of teddies, actual, true teddy bears, and he wanted to be like one of them. Bless him, so cute. And he asked me to make him an outfit out of bear fabric. So we went on to Pam Fabrics and we found this particular fabric. He particularly liked this one, and so the plan is to make him a little set that he can wear from this. Now I've got 2 meters of this fabric, so I can probably make of him a few things. But one of the things I will make for him is, so it's just a cotton jersey fabric, cotton lycra, and I will probably make him the Raglan Explorer t-shirt long sleeve version for him in this particular fabric. That's a Waves and Wild pattern, and then probably certain joggers, maybe some shorts too, but obviously for this challenge it will be a long sleeved Raglan Explorer, or Explorer Raglan, can't remember which way around the wording is for this, by Waves and Wild. So that is my 6th plan. So there's a few makes that can just be sort of whizzed up on the overlocker, so those ones always come together nice and quickly. Obviously the Lyra is a slightly longer make, not massively long, but longer in terms to whizzing up something out on the overlocker. There is a new pattern, the assembly line high cuff top in there that I haven't tried before, so really looking forward to that. Do let me know if you're taking part in this challenge. Let me know what you think of my plans. Give me some advice in relation to that Estelle dress. Do you think I should go for a patterned version? Less likely, the more likely to cover up those lumps and bumps, perhaps. I probably will adjust the neckline slightly on the Estelle, bring it down slightly lower. I think that will be more flattering for me. Yeah, there's some work to do on that pattern. Give me your advice, your hints and tips, and I will probably not make it as long. I'll probably make it just kind of an under the knee type version as well. Anyway, hints and tips would be gratefully received. So that's everything I'm planning to sew up in the month of October for the hashtag long sleeves 23 sewing challenge. As I say, let me know if you're taking part and what you're planning to sew up. And big thank you to the lovely Shannon from the Sewing Warehouse for running the challenge, all the sponsors who have got behind the challenge to, you know, make it even more fun, etc. And to everybody sort of taking part, good luck. I hope you enjoy it, and I'm really looking forward to seeing the hashtag on Instagram throughout the month and seeing what everyone makes. So I think that's it from me today, folks. I really hope you've enjoyed today's video. If you have, please do give me a like, and if you haven't subscribed, I'd really love it if you consider doing so. But I will say goodbye for now, so take care. Happy sewing. Bye bye.